back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a conspiracy theory. So I'm actually quite interested in all the conspiracy theories, but there's one in particular which I've been focused on for the last 2 years or so. It is UFOs / aliens, paranormal. So for a while now, I've actually wanted to do this video because I just wanted to let people know my opinion on this topic. I wanted to know whether anyone else is sort of as interested as me. So before we start, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who's supported my channel so far. It honestly means a lot, and I know everyone says this, but I promise you, it does not go unnoticed. Anything that anyone says or does, I appreciate so much. Just a little disclaimer before we start. I just wanted to say, not everyone is going to believe in this. This is my own opinion and something that I'm like obsessed with. So I just wanted to like put it out there on the internet. I know other people are interested as well. And I actually put a poll on my Instagram to see whether people did believe in this topic. So I'll put it up on the screen now. So yeah, I know everyone has their own opinions, but don't call me crazy because I bet you this will be big news in a while because we've just had big news after news after news. And what else, like there is just got to be something else, hasn't there? So keep watching. This is one of my hidden interests. I don't hide it that much. I mean, I've done like art pages in school. I'll put a few pictures up on the screen now of like drawings that I've done, pages that I've done. Try to include it in my work just because I'm really interested in it. And yeah, I know this might not need to be included, but I just thought I'd show you. This is my blow up alien. I don't have a name for it. Anyone who wants to name it? And then I have this bauble that I bought at Christmas time. It's actually from Selfridges. I was actually really surprised. I was just looking, and it's this like ceramic. I don't know what it is. It's actually so nice. Like, look at it. They only had like 4 in stock, so I bought it, and there was only, I think it went out of stock really quickly, so it must not be the only one. I just wanted to tell you my beliefs. I wanted to show you some evidence that I think I might have caught. I mean, you can all believe what you want to believe. This is what I think, and yeah, I think it's serious stuff, guys. But with all that said, I know you want to hear about why I believe in them so much, so let's get into the video. Okay, so I don't know where this obsession started, but it was always an interest of mine. However, my uncle's always been into it. Me and him are just like, we always talk about different things. We always like sharing information about it. Like, I'm always up to date on the news about like UFOs, aliens. I sound crazy, but I promise you, like, I don't know. I'm just really interested in this topic. I think it's really like, you can really get deep into it because I think, like, imagine we have a whole big universe and you think Earth is the only one that like has living beings on it. Like, I don't think so. Like, the universe is bigger than anything. I've always been interested in this topic until about 2 years ago, where I actually, well, I don't want to say it because I think people are going to be like, oh yeah, right. I'll put a picture up on the screen now. I did actually think that I saw one. Now, UFOs stands for unidentified flying object. So I'm not saying it's aliens, but like, do you know what I mean? It could have been anything. I've got actually like 2 pictures that I can show you, a video that I can show you. I'll put them all up on the screen now. So there's actually been sightings like everywhere around the world, but mostly they are around like ranches in like America. I've been watching documentaries about them, like where like cattle have been mutilized. Is that Sorry, the word was mutilated. But yeah, they're obviously most common in like America and stuff like that, like where the equator is. So I don't know. So what I was saying is, basically, I witnessed the first one in Italy. Now, I was just on a walk. I believe they are everywhere. If you just look in the sky, like, looking there now, obviously there's nothing, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be like, oh, you look in the sky and there's one. I'm saying, at different points in your life, you will see strange things in the sky. Now, I'm not saying, again, they're aliens, but personally, you never know, like. So, back to the story. I was just on a walk with my uncle, actually, and 2 other people from Italy I was just walking with. Anyway, so it was like 6 in the morning. We actually get up early to go on walks in Italy because it gets hot quite quick. Sorry, I'm just sidetracking again. So we were literally just walking, and I think my uncle pointed out, he was like, what's that in the sky? And the way to describe it, it was just like a white, basically they call them Tic Tacs, like the shapes of them. They have different shapes, obviously. There was one like, I don't really know what the shape was, but every time I zoom in, it's like more of like a circular. I don't know, I'll put a picture up on the screen now, as I said. And I'll also put a picture up of a plane, so you can see the difference. Like, it wasn't a plane. It didn't make any sound. You know, planes always make sounds, obviously. Helicopter makes sounds. This made no sound. And what was also strange was that we kept walking and we said someone keep an eye on it just in case that it goes. And when we said that, it literally disappeared. And I'm not saying it literally flew away. it went, like no sign of it at all. Looking around, nothing. Each of us were confused and we were like, we don't know what this is. My uncle actually went back to the house when we came back and we analysed it, and like we blew it up and like looked at the close pictures next to the plane, and we just sort of, we were convinced. And that's it. That's when I think I got more and more obsessed, because I thought this is real. Like, and don't get me wrong, I've not always been like as obsessed, because I thought, oh, like my uncle's always been talking about it. I always thought like, I don't know, like it's a possibility, but I was never this obsessed. Now the second one I actually don't have a story for. I just literally saw something in the sky when I was driving, and again, could have been anything. You never know. But I think when you just pay attention, you start to like see things that are, I don't know, like I'm not hallucinating, but like I don't know. So my uncle also is obsessed, as I said. So he actually saw one and he sent me a video, which I'd like to put on the screen now, so you just don't think that I'm absolutely out of my mind. Like, I don't know what to think. Like, there's a lot of evidence going around at the moment. There's stories that people aren't telling. There's more and more news coming out slowly. I think from all that the government's trying to hide from us and is hiding from us, I think there is a possibility that they know something that we don't. Now, obviously, that I've been watching all these documentaries and stuff, pilots are obviously the most, like, in common with them, like they've seen them the most. As I watch more and more of these documentaries, they unravel things that obviously aren't normal. Like, you would think, from an outsider's point of view, you might watch this video and think like, oh, she's just like saying about aliens and UFOs in the sky. But when I watch more and more about it, there's animals associated with it, there's people that have gone missing, and yeah, people go missing all the time, but I'm saying like different things that there's no signs, there's like no evidence for. So I also wanted to mention something like about animals, which is quite interesting to me, and why again I believe in this so much. So my art project was animal cruelty, so I decided to put in some of my UFO like conspiracy, and I chose to do like cattle mutilations, which obviously is animal cruelty in a way. Cattle mutilation is obviously where like the cows are killed, like random different animals, not only cows, like horses, donkeys I think, are killed and they're like drained of their blood. Now I think UFOs have something to do with this because of the way that I'm not going to put images on the screen because it's too graphic, but I did actually draw like an animal that had shed all its hair and like had only his like, what's it called, like the inside of his like mouth open. I'll show you the picture that I drew. But basically, I believe this is why I said that UFOs are more like common in the ranches in America, because obviously they don't have any houses nearby, it's not industrial, it's very like open space. So I think they test on the animals. Now again, you can think what you think, but basically I've seen images of horses or animals that have been mutilated, and what they do is they cut out the eyes. I've heard that they cut out the tongue, the genitals, and like they drain all their blood. Obviously now you're sitting there thinking, right, oh, she's just chatting, breathe. But in these documentaries that I've seen, they've explained that there's no evidence for like another animal, like another predator trying to kill this animal. There's no like footprints on they've analysed everything, and I promise you, like if you watch these, they've analysed that there's no like sharp wounds of like suffering that the animal suffered, or it could be like a medicine that killed them. Like there's no evidence whatsoever that it could be a human or an animal that's killed it. So then you could think like, oh, it's like mad cow disease or something. But as I said, it's very strange how these animals like drop dead, and it's mostly in America. I don't know why. I think maybe there's some in England. I haven't really watched all these documentaries that I watch, obviously in America. But what I'm trying to say is, it's very suspicious of the way like they die. Like everything's cut out very precisioned. Like I will put a photo up on the screen now, just like a not very graphic one, to show you how precise that they cut stuff out. I think the reason why it's not been brought out into like the public is because of the freak out. Like everyone will start to go crazy basically. Anyway, so I've got evidence, I've got the animal mutilations that obviously I've seen, missing people, like obviously missing animals as well, like that's to do with the mutilations. But there's another thing that also caught my eye, and I'd like to mention it today. It was crop circles. Basically, these weren't mentioned in the documentaries, but my uncle actually did say to me like, oh, have you seen these? And obviously these have been around again for a while. Now what they are is basically, you know, like on a field or like a massive patch of like land, you know how farmers sometimes do like designs and stuff, like there's a lot of weird things. Now these aren't like photoshopped images, because like you can clearly see again the precision that these have been done. They're basically patterns on like a piece of land. I'll put a few pictures up on the screen now again. So again, we have no evidence that obviously aliens have done it, but you would think that it's something supernatural because we don't have the technology to do this precision with like a tractor or like something that draws something on a piece of land. Does that make sense? I just personally think that the technology is beyond me, and I think that we obviously are much more less advanced than something that's out there. I've also heard people say that aliens are among us in human form, which I don't know how much of that I believe, because I just think that's way scary. Like, see, I'm not too scared of like aliens and UFOs. Like, not that I'd obviously like want to be in my room or whatever, but do you know what I'm saying? Just another bit of evidence so that I have something to fall back on. There's been 10,000 animal mutilations in America, and that was like 4 years ago, so imagine what there is now. Obviously that's their latest like figures, and there has been countless amount of sightings, and it's still happening today. So Area 51 has been around since 1955, and there is proven to be alien life because of the gases in the atmosphere. So obviously I'm not a scientist, but that's what they say. I could actually go on forever talking about this topic, but I don't want to say too much or bore you. So I've just said like the basic facts of why I believe in it and some of the things that I think are really important. So I hope you all enjoyed this short little video just explaining and my conspiracy. I do believe in other conspiracies as well. I find them so interesting, but this is my main one. I just think like this is the one I've done the most studying on, and I really enjoy like watching documentaries and stuff. It makes me feel like, I don't know, just interested in something, and like I love telling people about it that obviously want to hear. If you want me to do more of these types of videos, then please comment down below, let me know, and let me know if you also believe in this topic. I think you are silly if you believe that there's nothing else in the universe, because it's literally huge and there's evidence, and I'm not going to say anything else. I hope you all enjoyed this chatty video. If you want me to do more and you enjoy my content at the moment, then please give this video a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. And that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!